comment, subscribe, and share. As y'all know, I sometimes do these segments called Josh Speaks because it's a lot of people that call me that. But I told you yesterday that I was going to start creating these videos just because I don't think people have a level of awareness when it comes to universal laws. If you see my video yesterday, then you understand that I stated like the cosmos is bigger than just the little planet that we live on. And if you don't know, if you're watching today's video, I haven't done one in a while, but I'm gonna do like a quick little vegan food review video just cause I was out and about and I knew I was gonna have to make this video today. But while I was out, I caught a whiff of a fish sandwich and then I decided I had a taste for one. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat fish no more because, you know, we vegan. We don't eat animals. Not now, not ever. But I had a taste for like a vegan fish sandwich. So I had to go stop and cop me one. So I ended up finding one. It's this restaurant called, what is this place called? The Earth Goddess in Fort Lauderdale. Not sure which street is on. Okay, do not know. I don't know. But yeah. It's my first time ever going to this place. Surprised. I think it's ran by Jamaicans. I'm not sure. Like, he had an accent. I know he's from the Caribbean somewhere, but not specifically sure where. But you know how they do. They food be hitting. Okay, so I expect this to be fantastic. But anyways, what I want to have a conversation today specifically is what I want to have a specific conversation about today is the universal law, the first one, which is called the universal law of oneness. And then I want to then speak about the first law from the 42 laws of Maat, which is, if you don't know where the 10 commandments came from, I'm about to bite down in this sandwich because I'm hungry. Okay, like, when I say this sandwich is everything that I needed it to be, because like I said, I don't eat McDonald's at all. I don't eat fast food. I'm vegan, so I don't eat none of that. But I went in there to pick up some food for somebody else, and I caught a whiff of like they fish fillets. Child, back when I did used to eat McDonald's, that's all I used to eat, for real. But I caught a whiff of that sandwich and I was like, oh my god, I want one, but I'm not about to eat theirs. So I had to go like search high and low to find me a fish sandwich. And I found one, and like this sandwich actually tastes like a fish fillet. Food hit different when it tastes like it got all the I'm being real with y'all. Food hit different when it tastes like it got a whole bunch of chemicals in it, but it don't, because it just be the seasoning. But it goes down so much different because it's like way healthier. Oh my god. And he made me this sauce, which I've never even heard of the sauce because it's something that they make from scratch. When I say this sandwich is so good, I almost want to go back and get another one because I feel like this is not enough. I feel like every couple of months my metabolism change based upon like how I'll be working out and stuff. So I feel like I'm going through some sort of another change because I've just been like hungry for no reason. Like I be eating, but I be hungry. So I make sure. And then I take sea moss, so I know I'm getting enough vitamins. I just, body be changing. But anyways, I don't know if you follow my Instagram page, but hit me up on Instagram and then we'll set something up. I don't know which state you're from, but I guess it don't matter nowadays. But my Instagram is, I go by Miss Tara. And if you go on there, just send me a DM and then we can set everything up that way. can y'all tell the food good? Because I can't even pay attention to what it is I'm actually supposed to be saying because the food is so fantastic. Like I said, if you're in Fort Lauderdale, check out, what is it called? Earth Goddess. And just go in there and grab some food. They also sell like supplements and stuff. So they sell smoothies. It's a juice bar. But they got a lot of stuff in there. Like if you're holistic, which if you don't know, then you should know. I am holistic, so I don't prescribe to any sort of medications if it don't naturally come from, okay, the planet, I don't want it, okay? So they sell a lot of that stuff in there too. But back to today's topic, the universal law of oneness, which I didn't completely understand this until I started like meditating, which 3 years ago, if you would have asked me like, child, what's meditation, I wouldn't have even been able to give you a specific answer, because until you go through your like little, and I don't necessarily know what it is they call it, but I guess it's like a nirvana moment to where like you really connect deeper within yourself. You don't really experience the full range of meditation. So I had my little nirvana moment, and I can't remember which video that I put this in, but it was one of my videos I did in the past where I just explained like me being in meditation. It was like taking shrooms without taking shrooms. I'm being real with y'all. Some other people might sugarcoat stuff, but I'm gonna keep it real deal 100 with you. It was like I took shrooms without actually taking shrooms. This was before I ever even, you know what I'm saying? And I remember, like, I told y'all I was in my office at the time, and something just told me to wake up early in the morning. It was like early spring, so it was like still dewy outside. Hit the window wide open. I put on some meditation music. Woke up, made me some tea, washed my face, brushed my teeth, and then, you know what I'm saying, I hit the... Because, you know, there's nothing wrong with MJ. So I go in my office and I decide to like meditate. So I'm meditating, and child, all of a sudden the tree that was in front of my house started talking to me. I don't care what nobody say, these are my experiences. So like I go off into this meditation, which before I had tried meditation, but it just wasn't working. Like what everybody else said they was feeling, I just was like, that's not happening for me. But I started meditating, and somehow, like, I don't know how I did it. Like, I imagine myself connected in to, like, the roots of the tree. And, like, it just started communicating. So it started showing, and things don't communicate the way you think. Like, when your third eye is open, you think things are supposed to speak to you. Humans are the only ones that use language. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can still convey a message because everything around you is alive. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for them to pick up on things, but they'll show you things as far as like the same reason why if you look into the pyramids, well, any of the pyramids, because it's not just the pyramids in Egypt, them is just the only ones that they seem to want to talk about, but it's pyramids in every state, on every continent, they're everywhere, literally. But it's a reason why if you go inside those pyramids, there are only pictures. It's hieroglyphics, because they didn't speak. They didn't speak the same way that we do now. Like, yeah, they talked, but it wasn't the same way that we do now. Like, you know what I'm saying? They use clicks and sounds versus actual speech. So, like, these trees, they were, like, almost showing me images in my third eye, but it was showing me images in a way that I would understand. Like, that's why I say people have to really respect nature, because it's alive. It has its own consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And once you go disrespect the nature, honey, that's the planet. You cannot disrespect the planet you're on. It does not like that. But it just started showing me, like, this idea of separation is an illusion. So it started showing me, like, the same blood that runs within my body is the same blood that, you know, runs through the trees of the veins of the trees. And it just it allowed me to have a deeper understanding that there's no such thing as separation. You know what I'm saying? And that is what the law of oneness is understanding that every single thing throughout the entire cosmos, it's all connected and it's all related. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to have the utmost respect for yourself, and you have to have the utmost respect for all the things that are around you, because it's all in turn connected to you. So like I said, this next couple of videos are going to be about understanding the universal laws. If you don't understand, as of right now, within the cosmos, time has shifted and it has sped up because we are moving back closer to the center of the galaxy. At one point in time, we were like further off. We were like, in comparison, like around the corner and down the block. It was hard to get to us, but because with time shifting, we're moving back towards the center of the galaxy. So because of that, y'all gonna see a lot more influx of people going through spiritual awakenings. You're gonna see a higher influx of people coming in contact with extraterrestrials. Y'all are gonna see a higher influx of just communication with otherworldly beings. And it's nothing to be scared of, because what people don't understand is once you leave the third dimension, in order to leave the third dimension, you have to activate which is called your Christ consciousness. Which, these are topics that may be a little difficult for some people to understand, but your Christ consciousness is the consciousness that's centered within your fourth chakra, which is your heart chakra. So when you activate your Christ consciousness, you begin to resonate on the frequency of love. Once that consciousness is activated, then you have access to pretty much interdimensional travel. So with that being said, like, you'll start coming in contact with different beings. It's not that hard. There's a guy that talks about this frequently. God, I can't remember his name. But he's the head of like the disclosure program. I think his name is Edward Greer or something like that. I'll get his name and put it in the description, because I completely forgot what his actual name is. But like I said, once you activate this particular consciousness, it's easy for you to communicate with beings that are outside of this realm. Heck, it's easy to communicate with beings that are on this realm that y'all just can't see, because it's a lot of stuff that with the naked eye you cannot see. So once you open your third eye, you can start to communicate with beings that are on this planet or in this realm. You have like the tree nymphs, you have the water nymphs, you have fair, like all of that stuff is real. Didn't nobody just pull that out of a hat and somebody's imagination created that. Like everything that y'all see that are in these movies, and even in these little kiddie movies on Disney, on Disney, there's some truth in all of that. But once you understand that and you activate that Christ consciousness that's within your heart chakra, it allows you to have a deeper understanding that nothing is separate. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, I think it's very important to understand this whole Christ consciousness thing, and understanding that we're not separate at all. So we're not separated by color, nationality, gender, none of that. We're all completely connected. Which is very vital that people understand these 12 universal laws, because these 12 universal laws literally govern the entire multiverse. Like every single being that's outside of Earth lives and breathes these laws. You know what I'm saying? Now, it is beings down here on Earth that do follow this, but for the most part, they be following these man-made laws down here, which they ain't got nothing to do with the cosmos, okay? And a lot of them literally are the complete opposite from the cosmos. Like, they go against natural or universal law. But that's why I felt it was important to give a breakdown on what these laws are. Because these laws also have everything to do with the 42 laws of Maat. Which the first law that is listed in the 42 laws of Maat is, I have not committed sin. And like I said in my previous video, if you don't know, the 10 commandments comes from the 42 laws of Maat. Why they only decided to pull out 10, I have no idea. That was them. That was on them. But like I said, y'all may know of 10, but it's 32 more. So the first law that is stated in the 42 laws of Maat is, I have not committed sin. So this law, you have to break down what sin actually is. Sin is going against anything that is connected to the universal law. So to commit sin is to literally go against the 12 universal laws, which this is why I said it's important for me to break down what the 12 universal laws are, because you don't know whether or not you've sinned if you don't know what the 12 universal laws are. So to go against the law of oneness, to go against the law of attraction, to go against the law of vibration, to go against the law of polarity, excuse me, to go against the law of gender. And like I said, over the next 12 days, I'll specifically break each one of them down so you all can get a better understanding, because it's one thing to just say it. You have to understand what it is that it's actually saying. This sandwich, for it to be vegan, is hitting. But like I said, the first part is, I have not committed sin. And another reason why I'm bringing all of this up is because I told you all, we're going to have to get to a point, and not going to have to, we're getting, and we're going to continue to move to a point where we self-govern ourselves. A lot of people think you need somebody standing over you telling you right from wrong. No, you don't. Like, we are going to move back into what is called the golden era, which there's not going to be anybody to govern you. There's nobody going to tell you, oh, you shouldn't do A, B, C. Like, no, you have to self-govern yourself. So in order to self-govern yourself, if you don't already are one of those people who know right from wrong, which is okay if you don't. Like, everybody has grown up with different circumstances and different experiences and different backgrounds. And because of that, sometimes people's idea of things can be a little distorted. And it's nothing wrong with that. Like, life teaches you certain things, but at the same time, like, if you don't know, then like I said, these are what these laws are for. Now, is somebody gonna stand over you and tell you, hey, I'm gonna beat you over the head? And no, nobody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to self-govern yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to walk with integrity on your own. Not because somebody is telling you to do it, because this stuff carries over into the afterlife. If you don't even know who Maat is the angel of justice, harmony, and balance. And in the end, when you pass away, your heart is weighed. She represents the Libra scale. So your heart is weighed against a feather. And if your heart is as light as a feather, or lighter than a feather, it moves on to the next evolutionary stage within your life cycle, or within your soul cycle, per se. If it's not, your heart gonna cease to exist, okay? Like, I'm just being real with y'all. They don't like to talk about this stuff, but it is the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's truth in this. This is what actually happens when you pass away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why this stuff is not talked about, and people think like, oh, just when you pass away, you just pass away. Like, no. Energy never dies, it transcends. So your consciousness goes somewhere. Yeah, you might not have a physical vessel anymore, but your consciousness is going to be somewhere. And your consciousness is always stored within your soul is stored within your heart. So that's why your heart is weighed. But anyways, so yeah, for y'all out here that ain't living by these rules, I ain't trying to scare y'all. I'm just telling you, this is why you gotta self-govern yourself. Not, oh, based upon what the court system. No, that ain't even got nothing to do with anything anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, people up in the astral realm ain't going by these laws down here. Like, this is stuff some man-made. You know what I'm saying? Some people sat around a board and just came up and decided, oh, this is gonna be the new law. Like, at one point in time, weed was criminalized. Who came up with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who sat around and said, oh, things that come specifically from the earth are now criminalized? That doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I'm just being real with y'all. But yeah, like I said, the first law from the 42 laws of Maat is I have not committed sin. To commit sin just means that you're going against the 12 universal laws. The first universal law is the universal law of oneness, which, like I said, just explains that everything is all connected. You're supposed to respect thyself as well as respect thy neighbor, because we're all connected. If you do something to somebody else, you just inadvertently do something to yourself. That's called karma, which that is another law. The law of cause and effect. Like I said, what you do to other people, you're inadvertently doing it to yourself. So watch your behavior one day. Like, say you just do something to somebody and it's not, even if it's positive, watch how that energy comes back to you. Watch. Y'all don't have to listen to nothing I'm saying, but pay attention to how things are working, especially now. Like I said, time is sped up, so we're not where back in the day they used to tell you like, oh, karma you might have to, you know what I'm saying, go through another life cycle and then you're gonna have to repay these karmatic debts. No, not anymore. Y'all repaying them in this lifetime. So be careful what you do to other people, because it's going to happen to you in this lifetime. But again, if y'all are in the Fort Lauderdale area and y'all looking for some really, really, really good vegan food, check out Earth Goddess, because this sandwich, it's hitting, okay? Like, it really is. I wish I would have got some cheese on it, just because I may be vegan and I don't eat regular cheese, but child, that cheese used to have a chokehold on me, okay? Like, I'm just being real. But this sandwich and the sauce is actually really delicious. But I'm about to eat the rest of my sandwich real quick, because I got something I have to do. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Like I said, over the next 11 more days, I'll continue to talk about these universal laws. But in addition, I was going to do 2 separate videos, but because some of these laws and the universal laws and the 42 laws of Maat kind of like actually tie in together, it would be easier for the first 12 videos, I just do them conjoined. And then for the last 30, I'm just going to do the last 30 laws of Maat separate. But I hope y'all have an amazing day. I hope y'all living your best life, okay? Because we wish happiness and abundance over here for everybody. I hope y'all living your best life. I hope y'all taking out time to actually have fun. Don't be one of these workhorses, okay? Like, take some time off to live your best life, okay? And I don't mean, oh, no. Live your life to the fullest. Whatever is on your bucket list, if you ain't got a bucket list, I need you to make a bucket list, okay? Whatever is on your bucket list, I need y'all to commit to at least checking one thing off a month, okay? Do something that makes your soul expand and sing and resonate on love, okay? But anyways, I hope y'all have an amazing day. Bye.